If you're a man over 65 and feeling like things aren't firing on all cylinders in the bedroom anymore, I want you to listen closely. What I'm about to share could restore 20 years of vitality without a single pill. Mr. James Wilson shuffled into my office one crisp autumn day in Toronto. He looked at me with those weary eyes I've seen in so many patients. Dr. Thompson, I can't take it anymore, he said. My wife and I, things just aren't the same. I thought it was just part of getting older. That's when I knew I had to share this secret that's transformed thousands of men's lives. I'm Dr. Emily Thompson, and after years specializing in men's health here in Canada, I've uncovered something the big pharma companies don't want you to know. Weak erections aren't about age at all. They're tied directly to what you put on your fork first thing in the morning. And 99% of men over 60 are making this exact mistake every day, slowly sabotaging their blood flow where it counts most. But here's the amazing part. There's a simple, powerful staple food that can turn it all around. It's right there in your kitchen, overlooked and underused. Mr. James Wilson couldn't believe it when I explained. Dr. Carter, he asked, are you saying my morning toast with butter and sugary coffee is affecting my manhood? Exactly, I replied. That breakfast is quietly clogging your circulation to intimate areas. But when he switched to the 4 foods I'm about to reveal, he called me 3 weeks later, thrilled. Dr. Carter, my wife can't stop smiling, he shared. Let me tell you something that'll surprise you. Big Pharma wants you to believe the fix is in a pill bottle, but your body can heal itself with the right tools. Those tools aren't prescriptions. They're 4 specific, everyday foods, affordable and transformative when used right. I'm talking stronger blood flow, firmer pelvic muscles, and renewed confidence without side effects. Just your body working for you again. The third food I'll introduce, my patients say they feel its effects faster than anything else, some in under a week. Stick around because I'll explain why it's so powerful. Mr. David Bennett from Vancouver called me. Dr. Carter, I'm 71 and feeling young again. How is this possible, he asked. The answer is simple but shocking. It all started when he ditched what I call the 3 white poisons of breakfast. No, not just sugar. There are 2 more that are worse sitting on your table right now. Refined sugar is the first white poison, but the second will surprise you, white flour. That seemingly harmless flour in your bread and muffins is gumming up your arteries, sapping your energy and circulation. Mr. David Bennett cut it out completely, and his blood pressure dropped 15 points. But the third white poison no one suspects? Pasteurized cow's milk. That milk you thought was healthy is causing inflammation in your blood vessels. But here's the key. Just eliminating isn't enough. You need to replace with the right foods. The first life changer is black beans. Yes, you heard that right. Just 2 tablespoons in the morning can boost blood flow to the areas that need it most. This small serving packs a potent mix of arginine, magnesium, and anthocyanins, key nutrients for opening blood vessels and enhancing pelvic circulation. If you've been dealing with tight leg muscles, cramps, sluggish blood flow, or those frustrating moments when things don't respond like they used to, the issue might trace back to what's missing from your morning plate. Many men skip breakfast altogether or grab something quick and empty, like a slice of toast or just black coffee. Mr. Thomas Evans shared a story that touched me deeply. Dr. Carter, he said, I've been popping blue pills, spending a fortune, feeling like a failure. When he described his routine, black coffee with 4 sugars, sweet pastries, whole milk, everything clicked. What his wife lovingly prepared was harming him, destroying his natural nitric oxide. See, as you hit your later years, your natural nitric oxide production has already dropped sharply. That means the smooth muscle tissue in your intimate areas isn't getting the oxygen-rich blood flow it once did. This leads to less stamina, weaker firmness, and more circulation issues than you'd like to admit. Black beans help reverse that naturally. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Aren't beans just gas-producing carbs? That's a common myth. With proper prep, like soak-in overnight or using an Instant Pot, black beans become gut-friendly and powerhouse for your health. Nutritionally, black beans are richer in essential amino acids than many protein bars on Canadian shelves. Dr. Laura Mitchell, a leading vascular researcher at UBC, recently published findings showing that just a couple tablespoons of black beans can raise nitric oxide levels comparable to low-dose prescription vasodilators. That's right. Something as basic as a scoop of well-prepped beans can help your body do what pharma charges a fortune for. Here's how black beans really work inside your body to restore blood flow where it matters. They're loaded with arginine, a critical amino acid that triggers a powerful chain reaction. Once in your system, arginine fires up an enzyme called ENOS, endothelial nitric oxide synthase. This enzyme signals your blood vessels to relax and expand, letting more oxygen-rich blood reach your groin, legs, and every area where circulation often falters in later years. Mr. James Wilson couldn't believe it when I showed him his labs after a month on black beans. His nitric oxide was up 35%, but the real shocker, he'd lost that ankle swelling, the heaviness in his legs, and for the first time in years, he said, "Dr. Carter, mornings are back to normal, no pills, no pressure, just progress." And that's not all. Black beans have anthocyanins, a natural compound that cools inflammation by regulating nitric oxide production. Too much inflammation clogs things up. Anthocyanins restore balance, so the nitric oxide your body makes actually reaches the tissues that need it. Then there's the soluble fiber. It helps flush excess LDL cholesterol, the kind that thickens arteries and slows circulation. Cleaner arteries mean less resistance and stronger flow, especially during activity or when firmness and confidence are needed. Black beans also pack natural compounds like ferulic and caffeic acids that shield blood vessels from oxidative damage. This protection helps preserve the nitric oxide you're working hard to build, so your body doesn't just make it, it keeps it going longer. Many men report warmer hands and feet, fewer nighttime leg cramps, and more reliable morning firmness. That's a sign circulation is coming back online, not just in your extremities, but in the pelvic region, where blood flow matters most for men's health. Now let's talk about the second powerhouse, a warm bowl of steel-cut oats topped with toasted almond flakes and pre-soaked chia seeds. This isn't just comfort food, it's targeted nutrition for your arteries. Many men I know skip breakfast entirely, heading straight for black coffee and nothing else. It feels efficient, but your body reads it differently. Cortisol spikes, muscles tense, blood vessels constrict, and by mid-morning, you're dragging. That second or third coffee isn't boosting your stamina. It's masking a bigger issue: poor blood sugar control and nutrient timing. Others grab a quick muffin or sugary cereal, spiking and crashing blood sugar, leaving them wiped out by noon. Instead of a sugary start or nothing at all, whip up a bowl of steel-cut oats, topped with toasted almonds, and a tablespoon of chia seeds soaked overnight in water. This simple swap can transform how your body feels before lunch. You're giving yourself a base of complex carbs for steady energy, no spike and crash. Chia seeds add fiber, protein, and hydration to slow digestion and support sustained power. Almond flakes bring healthy fats and magnesium, both crucial for muscle and blood vessel function. The secret's in the steel-cut oats. They're loaded with a fiber called beta-glucan that helps sweep LDL cholesterol from your bloodstream. Clinical trials show just one bowl a day can drop LDL by up to 10% in 4 weeks. When cholesterol falls, arteries widen. That means stronger, steadier blood flow to body parts that rely on healthy circulation to perform right. Oats also contain rare compounds called avenanthramides. These natural antioxidants activate that same ENOS enzyme we discussed. One of my patients, a 64-year-old accountant from Calgary with non-alcoholic fatty liver, switched from boxed sugary cereal to this simple oats almond chia combo. After just 8 weeks, his labs told the story. His endothelial progenitor cells doubled. That's your body's repair crew for damaged blood vessels, and his insulin resistance dropped 12%. But what hit him hardest wasn't the numbers. He told me flat out, "My bedroom confidence came back before my lab results." That's the feedback that sticks. Now, on to the third food, green tea. One of my patients, Henry, 72, from Ottawa, sharp mind, still does crosswords in ink, came to me frustrated about something he hadn't shared with anyone. His energy and performance were fading, especially intimately. He wasn't after pills, he just wanted to feel like himself again. We started simple with his routine. Henry was down in soda every afternoon as a pick-me-up. I asked him to swap it for one straightforward drink, hot sencha green tea. That was it. 3 weeks later, he walked into my office grinning. "Dr. Carter," he said, "my teapot's cheaper than Viagra. Green tea might seem like just flavored water with a caffeine kick. That's a mistake. High-quality sencha green tea has something soda never could, a powerhouse compound called EGCG. This catechin activates a biochemical pathway in your blood vessels that ramps up nitric oxide, the molecule your body needs to dilate arteries and let healthy circulation flow again, especially in the pelvic region. It fires up the PI3K ACT pathway, a cascade that gets your body's own endothelial nitric oxide synthase back in gear. That means more blood to those lower areas with less strain, less resistance, and greater reliability, and it happens fast. A clinical study showed 1 cup of green tea boosted flow-mediated dilation, your artery's ability to expand, by up to 30%. Compare that to black tea or energy drinks. Green tea retains more galates, the active compounds that fight oxidative stress and protect your nitric oxide from breaking down. If you're starting your day with oats and black beans for breakfast, great. But adding a morning cup of green tea or replacing that afternoon sugary drink could be the step that brings blood flow back to the areas that matter most. Henry still sips his sencha daily, not because he has to, but because it works. In clinical studies with coronary artery disease patients, men with serious vascular issues, a daily 300 millimoles EGCG dose showed pelvic blood flow improvements. That's measurable change in the arteries controlling intimacy performance. Henry didn't just feel better, he had proof. After daily green tea, his follow-up duplex ultrasound showed an 18% improvement in cavernosal peak systolic velocity, the actual speed blood flows into penile arteries. In context, a 10% boost can enhance confidence and physical readiness. Henry got nearly double that. No pills, no side effects, just a teapot and consistency. If you're making green tea a daily habit, here's how to do it right. Keep it simple. Use loose sencha leaves, about 2 g per cup, steeped in 80 degrees water. No boil, just a short steep. Go hotter, and you'll destroy the catechins your arteries crave. For best results, drink 1 cup in the morning to set your daily nitric oxide levels. If intimacy's on the horizon, have a second cup beforehand. It prompts vasodilation, so blood vessels expand easier when needed. For more from each cup, add a squeeze of lemon. Vitamin C boosts catechin absorption in your gut. Green tea's potent, but more isn't always better. Stick under 5 cups daily. High EGCG doses, especially from supplements, can strain the liver, especially if you're on cholesterol meds like statins. And if taking drugs like sildenafil, space them out. Green tea catechins can interact with liver enzymes processing those meds. Some men worry green tea lowers testosterone. That only happens at extreme amounts, way beyond normal intake, and even then, it's minor and temporary. For most, the circulation benefits far outweigh any hormonal shift. Every sip rewrites your vascular script: smoother flow, flexible arteries, calmer heart, and for many men, a quiet confidence boost in key moments. And now, the fourth food. A small handful of blueberries, something that fits in your palm, can widen your arteries before your smartwatch logs your first 500 steps. These little dark berries pack fast-acting compounds. In just 2 hours, they start improving blood vessel function, helping arteries relax and deliver oxygen-rich blood more smoothly throughout your body, including areas for intimacy and stamina. For men over 60, this natural support is key. Maybe you've heard the pushback: fruit has sugar, it's bad for blood sugar levels. That sounds logical until you check the numbers. A full cup of blueberries has about 10 degrees of natural sugar, less than a slice of bread. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, plant compounds that stabilize blood sugar and promote vasodilation. In other words, they don't spike insulin. They support your blood vessels. Timing matters too. Upon waking, your body's in a vulnerable state, low nitric oxide, the molecule for blood vessel expansion, high oxidative stress, meaning arteries under extra pressure. That's exactly why blueberries belong on your breakfast plate. Their anthocyanins boost nitric oxide production and cut oxidative stress. That means arteries get more flexible and ready to carry blood efficiently, especially to areas that weaken first with age. Clinical research shows eating 200 more pongene of blueberries, about a full cup, can improve flow-mediated dilation, FMD, by up to 2%. It sounds small, but a 2% FMD boost means arteries expanding better, blood flowing more efficiently, oxygen reaching spots that lose function first, particularly lower regions tied to energy, intimacy, and confidence. It's not a one-off effect. Regular blueberry intake builds lasting circulation gains. What your body makes from blueberry compounds, natural byproducts like protocatechuic and vanillic acids, influences vascular tone regulation, inflammation management, and cell adhesion to artery walls, key for keeping blood flowing freely body-wide. Consistent blueberry habit has also shown to lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 6 points, a big drop for those with hypertension or circulation woes. Nitric oxide rises too, making blood vessels more responsive for better flow where needed. Let me give a real-world example. A 70-year-old patient from Halifax, an ex-smoker on daily blood pressure meds and performance issues, started a simple habit: added frozen blueberries to plain yogurt 3 times a week. Nothing drastic, no big changes. 6 months later, we measured his brachial artery function. Again, his FMD jumped from 3% to 6%. He told me he felt more alert, vital, and yes, more assured in the bedroom. With his doctor's help, he halved his erectile dysfunction med dose and said he felt decades younger. Now, you might wonder, is this safe for everyone? For most, absolutely. Blueberries are low in vitamin K, so they rarely affect blood thinners like warfarin. If on anticoagulants, check with your doc. They're somewhat high in oxalates, so if you've had kidney stones, stick to half a cup instead of full. So, what does this mean for you? Every morning, cup of blueberries supports circulation. Picture your arteries like Canadian highways in early rush hour. Blueberries flip the signals, clear the path. Let traffic, your lifeblood, flow right where it should. And yes, that includes areas for stamina, performance, and self-assurance. This is a small step with a big message. You haven't lost it, not even close. Something as simple as a sweet dark blueberry can start change, quietly, steadily, powerfully. Gentlemen, you're not drifting. You're choosing to fight for your vitality, and right now you have the tools. But tools only work when used. Turn breakfast into your daily energy launch. Pick one food we covered, just start. Perfection isn't the goal, consistency is. Your body responds to small daily wins. That first hour after waking is prime for circulation. Skipping breakfast or wait until you're starving misses a big window. Your blood vessels are most receptive. Muscles primed for nutrients. Get this right and you'll notice real shifts. Warmer groin sensations, steadier leg energy, firmer steps on stairs. Many patients report quicker sexual responsiveness, even more noticeable sleep clarity and fresh hope. I've seen men in their 80s reclaim what they thought was gone forever. Here's what 25 years in men's health has taught me. Aging doesn't steal your strength. It just takes what you stop protecting. Many men give up belief before their body quits, but with this plate, change is in your hands. Quick recap of the 4 circulation-boosting foods. First, magnesium-rich black beans to relax blood vessels. Second, oats topped with almond flakes. Add chia seeds for extra nitric oxide kick. Third, green tea. Its catechins fight inflammation in sensitive tissues. Fourth, blueberries. These little warriors battle oxidative stress in your pelvic arteries. And remember, now's the key. Eat one upon waking to set your circulation, energy, and confidence for the day. Reclaim your mornings. Let your fork become your strongest tool. You're still writing your story. Folks, this is your next chapter, and it starts at your breakfast table. Mr. James Wilson plays hockey with his grandkids. Mr. David Bennett has that spark back in his eyes. Mr. Thomas Evans sent a photo from Banff with his wife on their second honeymoon. They all share one thing. They didn't quit. They decided age is just a number. What about you? Will you blame time or take control? The choice is yours, but let me share this. Your body's waiting, ready to respond. It just needs you to start. That step can be today. There's no tomorrow.